Okay, here's the counterbore we're going to use. Here's the sealing washer. It's just a little bit bigger than the sealing washer. It's about 25 thou over 5/8. So that'll work. Got a 5/16 pilot which will fit into the pump. But this is too big in diameter, or too much length, so I'm going to have to grind this down. That'll be the next problem. So first off, we got to see how much clearance we got. So right now you can see how it's sticking above the surface a little bit. So the punch goes, counterbore has wall, goes back and forth about 30 thou at least. So I mean, they shorten this thing up by 50 thousandths to make it work, or we're going to have a problem. So I've got to shorten this thing up. So I have to grind it. Out of water too. Figures. Alright, so everything I do I gotta modify as usual. Okay, what are we looking at over here? My shirt. Good thing to look at. Okay, what the hell have they been grinding over here? It's like a bunch of damn wood or something, who knows. Everybody uses my tools, so who knows what they do. Can't keep track of what they screw up last. Alright, so I gotta grind this down to about 1/4 inch in height here, so go for it, see what happens. Chamfer on it. Alright, that should be short enough, hopefully. Find out. Pull this off. Alright, one custom made spot facing tool. Okay, now it doesn't rock like it did, so it should be able to cut. Problem is we have to cut the angle the bolt's at, not to face the pump. So I have to hold this up at an angle. See if the drill motor will fit in here. That's the next problem. So we have to guess on the angle though, because we don't know. We just know we got to cut a bunch off. So the first thing you do is figure out what the old angle is. Okay, that's about the angle right there. The original is. We know we're off by about 15 degrees, I think, or at least 10. So you can tilt it and go up a little bit. Try this. see what we got. Obviously we're making a lot of cast iron powder in our solder pump we don't want. So you can see I'm only cutting from here. Well, I'm only cutting halfway right now. So definitely making a lot of grit. Not much I can do about the grit. There's no room for a plug in there. That's where the center goes. Okay, so I'm going to take the fitting, stick it in there, take a look at the angle, see what looks like it's close to what we need. It's hard to tell, but it looks pretty close. Bottom it out. I think we're cutting too deep. Too much angle. I think it's hitting on the back side now. Hard to tell. Top to bottom looks decent from what I can tell, but this is bottoming out in the actual oil pump. Alright, so it's definitely a massive change in the angles. It's kind of a hit and miss deal. Alright, I'm gonna try changing that. I don't know if I got a good deal what I'm doing right now, but I think we're too far. I need to cut more on the back side right here. I think it's hitting, bottoming out over here now. Got a big gap on this side. But that and this looks close. I have to lean it to the left further. I think. I don't know. We got screwed up. It's already screwed up. We're just trying to fix it. So if we can make it cut square, we're good. If it's off, we're still screwed. Take this whole damn bike apart and do everything. What fun, huh? Okay, I'm not sure what angle I was just cutting that, so. I think it's about this angle here. All the way around, I think. Yep. That's a plus. So we now have a flat gasket surface. It's just a matter of the angle correct, and luckily it looks like the oil stuff is not getting inside the oil hole. That's a major plus. The pilot is sticking in there and plugging up the hole. We do need to get this all out of here. Finger over the hole. All right. Well, no truth. How close are we to working? to tell, but definitely really hard to tell. Maybe you can tell, I can't tell. Looks kind of even. More even than it was, but really hard to tell. The next problem is the oil pump plug is fitting is bottoming out in the pump. And I think that's thicker than what the washer is, which is only this thickness. One plus is though, we can use it's a 3/8 washer, so we can actually use a brake line fitting washer. So we go over here and look for a brake line fitting washer. Assuming they're right, well, probably won't because they're too small in diameter. We don't want to go stacking these things up in there. Could probably get away with a nylon washer of some type. Yeah, they're pretty thin. That's a brake line washer. Pretty close. There's an aluminum washer, it's too much. Those are aluminum. Used to have some nylon washers. Here we go. Not big enough in diameter. There we go. 3/8 nylon. Okay, what do I do? Remember, we have to have big enough diameter to cover up the helicoil. It's not just the flatness, it's the diameter too. Multiple issues. These look too small in diameter to do much good. I don't think they're big enough. That'll be a whole nother issue. They fit on there. Yeah, those will do the helicoil. Actually, those rubber ones might actually work halfway decent. I'm not sure. These are nylon ones. Pretty big in diameter. We do have the room though. One thing about the counterboard, it centers up the washer. It can't slide very much. So you have to worry about the ID sliding over like that. It can't slide, it only slides about half to half for clearance. So this will actually work. If I put the brass one on top of it, it'll help reinforce it, give me a good solid pull down. It's nice and stubby, so it shouldn't bottom out. I'm still going to deliberately coat this with glue in here to seal it up very liberally. Alright, let's see how close it is. One thing about the nylon, it will give a little bit. Giving it the old fingernail test. If the fingernail don't fit anywhere, it's good. Feels good. Alright. Boom. So, I don't see any massive gaps anywhere. I get it from a different view here. Yeah, I can't get my fingernail up on there anywhere. I think it might actually work. It might actually do the trick, shockingly. Really hard to tell, but I think that might do it. We might have lucked out. We won't know for a day or so after I hook the line back up. Okay, so that means I need to go ahead and clean all this stuff up with some brake clean. Then I need to get the 3-bond sealer. Put a liberal amount on this damn thing. Snout it up. So the nylon wash is going to have a little bit of give if I'm not on the money. It looks pretty close anyway, but if it's not on the money, it'll give you a little bit of squish on one side also. Alright, so I'm going to go get me some brake clean. Get this thing cleaned up. I'll be back. Okay, we're back. A little bit of brake clean. Pull it off a little bit. Put this in the bottom of the hole and blow outward with it. That way the stuff blows out. And again. One more time. See the oil blowing around in there, but most of it's out of my way. Okay, we gotta get this here all cleaned up also. Get that thing blowing way the hell up. Yeah. That's goody. Okay, that's all cleaned up really clean. My hands off would help. It's something cleaner than normal to use. I always keep one of these around. Never know when you need a clean rag for something. This is a Hanes shirt, so it's nice and soft and absorbs more too. Very important. So wipe off the washers too while we're at it. Nice and clean. Everything. There we go. We want to be back in here doing this again. If we can avoid it. Okay, I'm going to use my 3-bond sealer. Here's what it looks like. Snot this sucker up right here. Oop, keep it off the inside, dumbass. Take our washer, stick that on top of that. Get dirty. Take some more sealer. Another layer of it in there. Make sure it's all snotted up really good. Take our nylon washer, stick it on there. Snot it up real good too while we're at it. And that's the key ingredient here is a lot of snot. And this is not normally how I do a motor. extreme circumstances, you have to do what you gotta do. Okay, a nice good layer in there. Okay, that should be a good layer. Just a little bit up in there just for the hell of it. Keep that hole though. Okay, now we take this. It's kind of tacked off a little bit, you can tell. Give it a minute or two to do what it wants to do. I'll go ahead and put this into the pump. Okay. Take our socket and tighten it up a little bit. Everything's kind of squishing out, which is a good sign. Got a pretty good damn amount of pressure on it. Now if you're worried about stripping it and splitting the washer wide open, that'd be about the right amount of pressure. Okay, we're going to let that kind of just set up over there. Wipe off a little bit of heavy stuff up on the side, but the rest I'm going to leave. Okay, got a good layer of it in there. Okay, now we got our switch here. Normally I use Teflon pipe paste. I'm going to go ahead and use a little bit of 3-bond on it this time. Got way more than I need. Just skim a nice little coat on there. Okay, wipe off the tip there so there's nothing on it. Alright, that should hopefully plug up this damn oil leak I've had ever since we won the bike. Geez, I wonder why. Okay, that'll be plenty of torque. Okay, I'm not going to touch that 3-bond, I'm going to leave it the way it is. I don't know if that switch even works, it just spins close enough. Okay, so we got that part handled. Now we go down underneath and fix the rest of it. I do need to clean the bike off because I got a bunch of grit on everything. Clean some oil down there. Again, clean everything up as you can. That grinding grit's all over the place, so I don't have that crap on my bike, but it's kind of a necessary evil there. Actually, it's not grinding grit; it's concrete. It's concrete, damn it! It's a cast iron powder from the machining. So it's not quite as abrasive as grit, but it's as a sanding stuff. Still don't want your motor though. Pump cleaned off real good. Make sure there's nothing on that, so if it leaks again, I'll know it. Okay, run your fingers all around where you can get to it. Nothing. That's what you want to see. If you have any kind of oil leaks, now is the time to fix them, right? Okay, now I'm going to do the oil line. I'll put that back on once I figure what I did with it. Okay. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing, and then I'm going to put the 3-bond on here instead of my Teflon pipe stuff. And I'm going to snot a little bit on the taper, even though I never do that, but just trying to cover every base I can think of for a leak and stop it. Tired of chasing these damn leaks. You got to be really careful because that crap can go inside your motor, but at least if this gets in the oil pump or something, it'll pulverize itself and disappear. Silicone won't do that. Silicone will plug up stuff, so that's why I don't like silicone. This stuff just kind of breaks up. So even though it's not the best thing to be doing, it's better than the alternative. Once again, wipe off the leading edge. See, I don't put any more on there than I needed. All right, let me go down here. .11/16. If you tighten this stuff up too much, you split the pump wide open. So it's not just the torque of the fitting of the pump, it's the oil line too. That's why you should always support the oil line, the fitting and tighten the oil line as a unit, not against the pump. A bit more. Testing out the cast iron strength. Quite a bit of torque on it. Okay, where's my oil line? Okay, so we already lapped this, which should be plenty. And now I'm going to put a little bit of this on there. Highly recommend that not do this stuff. Unless there's an absolute reason to do it, don't use this crap on your fittings. Basically get a smear of tack coat all the way around. That's all you need because that's all there's going to be room for. Anything more than that's going to be a waste anyway. So don't have a big load of it on there. Just like me on my finger, it's coated. That's all you need. No extra. So it's got 10 times more than it needs already. Okay, so I'm going to put this back on. Goes higher or lower, I don't remember. Looks good. Okay. Undo this other one over here in the oil tank. I'm going to quickly put this on and start it going. Try to keep it from making a big mess. Boom, boom, right on there. There we go. My fingers catch most of it. It's a good fitting oil line because it stops the leak as soon as you throw it against the fitting, pretty much. So that's what you want to see, obviously. So the only real leakage is me. Okay. My hand's cleaned up. Okay, I'm letting the oil kind of work its way down a little bit, but we don't want too long because it'll come leaking out the bottom. Okay, so this I'll just do finger tight, and I'll go down here and do the same with this. Okay, they're both finger tight. A little light torque. About the same down here. A little bit more on that. Okay. Now I'm going to torque this one, but I'm going to use my other wrench here. So I don't want to tighten it against the oil pump anymore. Everything's in my way around here. So we're going to use a crescent wrench here, because once again I want to go digging for my wrench. We're going to hold it with this one here though. And I'm going to tighten this one up here. So that was the oil tank in the back. Get a little bit of oil on my fingers here from the back of the line. Now if you notice, this here moves down here. I don't know if you can see that or not, but as this line twists back here, it twists as it's fitting here. So it basically unscrews the line out of the pump while you're doing it. So hopefully the glue will seal it up now. So you already got oil residue on it already. Not a good sign. But you picked that up from somewhere. I'm not sure where that came from, but okay. So we're gonna let that sit up. Come back tomorrow. Hopefully there won't be any leaks. Make sure everything's dry around here. And I'm over here checking the line over here, making sure it's all dry everywhere. Yep, a little bit of picked up a little bit. There's a residue when you put the line on the tank. It rolled itself down to the line, so try to make sure it's clean under here. Underneath the tank here, or transmission, I mean. Ew, tranny's all wet. And obviously missed a spot for cleaning under there. With the new leak. I want to swap out this kicker cover, but I think I'll leave it for now. Got enough problems I'm dealing with. Don't need to introduce new leaks, new problems. Okay, everything's pretty dry under there. A little bit right under there somewhere. It's on my finger or something, I'm not sure. I think it's a little spray residue from the airline. So you want to wipe everything down as much as we can under here, so if in doubt, wipe it again. See all that oil I just picked up? Swapped out that oil line. Obviously there's some residue over here someplace. Come on, get through the damn hole. There it goes. Okay, run the rag through the fan there. It's that same leak we had on the other side we couldn't get to. See if we can get through it this time. Come on. There we go. most of it out, but your finger can get down in there where the oil line can't get, or the rag can't get to it. Okay. We got most of it up. All right. Okay, so this is oozing down the oil pump a little bit over here. So you can see it leaking right on across the pump body. The residue is coming down. It's on the back side of the fitting there. Okay, just wipe off a little excess. Keeps it from looking kind of tacky. When that all dries up, it should blend in pretty freely, so it won't look too bad. So, all right. Hopefully that's all our oil leaks. Got this one over here. It's dry, 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 dry. That one's all dry. This is dry, but it's got grit on it. And we're all dry under here this time. Yep, pretty much. Clean these bike skids when you work on them. Yep. Show what I'm doing over here. Doing this. Okay, so I think we're good to go. Come back tomorrow and see if there's any oil leakage. Hopefully not. Maybe now we can work on the rear wheel. I don't know. Alright, I'll get things cleaned up and we'll see what's next.